Hello friends, happy Sunday. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome friends. I'm Millie. I'm an influencer coach and online business owner. Here on my channel, I post twice a week. Wednesdays, we do trainings, teachings, tutorials, and here on Sundays, I show you the behind the scenes of what it's like to run a business as an influencer. In today's video, we are doing another Instagram audit. I love doing these. I'm so excited for this one. With this audit, I'm splitting it up into two parts. So I'll be sure to do the timestamps down below so you could see which one you are here for, which one you think you'll get the most goodness from. Part one, we're going to do a deep dive of the kind of setting up the basics of this person's profile. We're auditing Kat or Catrice in this audit. And in the first half, I'm teaching her how she can craft her bio to capture her target audience's attention a little bit more. So that's kind of really what we're focusing on, is how she can get into the mind of her target audience so that she can convert followers better. And then for part two, that's where we're diving into Instagram graphics and the creations of carousels, where to get inspiration from those to make sure that they are converting well and performing well with great engagement. So let's dive into the audit, go to part one. Hi, Catrice, or Kat, whichever you prefer. I think you're a Kat in the Facebook group, but on Instagram, you're Catrice. Which one should I say? I don't know. We'll see what comes out of my mouth. Welcome to your Instagram audit. I'm super excited to be doing this. I see that you just launched your website, which is huge. Congratulations. That was literally me last year. I am going to be jumping into your profile and giving you some tips, feedback. I usually look at the name and image first. Yours looks great. Personal brand, it has your name, easy to spell, profile photo, perfect headshot, looking at the camera, smiling, boom shakalaka. You have life coach in your nameplate, which is perfect if that's what you want to be known for. Then it's right there. It's perfect. That's what people are going to be searching for. If anything, like if I want to be nitpicky and give you other feedback or another option, you could put Catrice, take out Thompson, and do adulting life coach or life coach dash adulting 101. So you could add that in there, but that's just if I wanted to really try to find something to give you advice on, right? Like it looks great as is, just doing my best here. Thriving in your 20s, sharing what high school didn't teach you, self-love, relationships, and more. I love this phrase of like sharing what high school didn't teach you, because yes, same, right? Like we all run into things in our lives where it's like, oh, that would have been nice to know in high school. Like, why didn't they teach that? Why didn't they teach us how to file our taxes? Why didn't they teach us how to like do investing, like all this stuff? So I love that phrase. I think that's really going to capture people's attention. What I want to just challenge you to think about in another perspective is this phrase, phrasing it for your target audience specifically. And I can't say who your target audience is because I don't know. We're not on a live call where I could pick your brain and ask you your goals, who they are, blah, blah, blah. But what is more enticing to them? Sometimes we have our target audience and we want them to want this thing, but they aren't aware of this thing yet. For example, my target audience, they want to learn how to grow on Instagram. I wish their pain point was, oh, I want to start and grow my email list, because that's more important. Starting and growing your email list is more important than your Instagram. But my audience doesn't know that yet. They don't know that they need to start and grow their email list. So I capture their attention by saying, this is how you grow on Instagram. I'm an influencer coach. So that's how I capture their attention. They don't know what they don't know though. Or maybe something else is more enticing to them. So when I'm looking at your profile, this is bringing me back to my point, self-love and relationships, is that what their goal is? Do they know that that's important right now? Or do they not know? Maybe they're just like, I want adulting 101. Like maybe saying adulting 101 will capture their attention more. Because I didn't even know I needed to do self-love. I didn't know I needed to do self-care. I didn't know I needed to invest into my relationships and spend time with like family and friends. And that's important for growing a business too. I didn't know those things. So sometimes you want to get into the mind of your potential follower, your ideal customer, and use the words that they're gravitating towards as opposed to the words that you want them to gravitate towards. I don't know if that's true. Like maybe your target audience, they're like, yes, help me with my self-care, SOS, right? So that is just something I wanted to kind of plant the seed and have you think about, chew on a little bit, because I don't know your target audience. You know them better than I do. What are some things that are going to capture their attention? Because when I was on your website, these are the three areas you talk about: love and relationships, work-life balance, and adulting 101. For me, I'm such like entrepreneur mindset. My natural instinct is like, teach me work-life balance and adulting. I don't care about love and relationships, right? That's just what my entrepreneur mind wants to do. It's like, just give me the adulting 101 where you're sharing budgeting resources, recipes, all the things, how to cook rice. Like, teach me how to cook rice. Teach me a work-life balance. How do I manage my schedule? So that's what I want. I don't know that love and relationships is important, but you still talk about it, but it's not what you capture their attention for. I hope I'm making sense here. Of course, I might not even be your target audience, so you can totally ignore and disregard everything that I'm saying, but it's just something that I was like, I wonder if we could capture attention with better words here based off of how well you know your audience. Seattle-based, human development major. I love that you put human development major. That kind of establishes your authority in this space, and I think that's fantastic. If you run out of space, I would say get rid of Seattle-based. Nowadays, it doesn't really matter where someone is located. It's just like, give me all the goods. I don't care if you're in Canada, Africa, China, like I want to follow you because you're dishing out what I need to be eating, right? And then if you have a freebie, I was looking on your website, but I know you have a email list because it says subscribe to the newsletter, but I didn't see if you had a specific freebie that they can opt in on and be like, hey, here's this ebook, right? Or like 5 steps for blah, 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 or a template calendar, planner, budgeting tracker, right? So if there is a freebie, I would definitely put the freebie here as like, download this freebie below. Now, quickly before jumping into part 2 of this audit, I want to take a moment to thank this video's sponsor, because without sponsors, I wouldn't be able to post twice a week on my channel. So I am so grateful for Zyro for sponsoring this video. Zyro is a website builder that lets anyone launch and create a website without any coding or design skills needed. I've been working with Zyro for, I think, over a year now. If that doesn't show you how committed I am to them, I don't know what will. I truly love recommending Zyro to my students who are looking to start their websites from scratch, because it's like the all-in-one place. You could get a domain there, launch your website, and sell through Zyro all in one place. The best part is that it is so easy to use. You don't have to be a wizard. If tech things intimidate you like tech intimidates me, you don't have to be a tech wizard or code wizard to create a beautiful website. Zyro is that easy to use. They use a really simple drag and drop tool where you can just drag pictures onto the website, drop them wherever you want, rearrange your website so that it looks exactly the way that you want it to look. If you're ready to launch and create your website, use my limited time link down below to get 3 months free with all yearly plans and your own custom domain for a year. Build your own website for less than $3 a month. Use the link down in the description below to access this limited time deal, or when you go to Zyro.com, you can use the code Millie to get yourself set up. Now let's go into part 2 where we talk more about Instagram graphics and where to get inspiration for those. I think your question was, how can I make shareable graphic carousels that fit my aesthetic? I feel like you're already doing such a great job. Like, your graphics look freaking fantastic already. What I would do is just start replicating other people's graphics. And I don't mean copying, I mean replicating. Kind of sounds the same. So just 2 people that came to mind when I saw your profile. My friend Shelby, she's goals. I love her. She talks about self-care and stepping into your own power, getting to know yourself, being like digging deep and all that stuff. Her profile is like, just watch a few of her reels, and I feel like that is your self-love vibes. Shelby is your self-love vibes. Okay. And then when it comes to like tips, because I feel like you have this really cool balance of inspirational content and educational content. That's going to be the value pillars that you'll be juggling, is inspiration and value. And with the value, I see you a lot like Adulting 101. Classic page. This is, it says adulting shouldn't be hard. Grab your 2022 begin planner here. So freebie, call to action, love it. But you can start replicating some of these. So if you like this as a template or this format of a graphic, pull up your Canva side by side, use your background. So you have like cool backgrounds with like the squigglies and the polka dots. So use that as a background if you want. Do little squares and replicate the format of their graphics. It doesn't have to be word for word. That's where copying. We don't want to do that. That's copying. Yeah. Not copying word for word, but get inspiration from their templates, from the way they structure it, and just replicate the structure of posts that you're gravitating towards. Like I have an entire section of saved graphics, whether it's like content inspo. My VA has her own folder where she's like, oh, I really like this graphic. Let's do our own version of this. I really like this graphic. Let's do our own version of this. So she has her own section. I have mine. I like certain templates here where I'm like, I'll send it to Tara and be like, oh, I like this. Instead of saying morning affirmations for batching reels, we could say morning affirmations for growing on Instagram, and then change those to Instagram affirmations, right? I'd love to do one on the different signs, right? What Instagram looks like through different signs. That'd be fun. I'm sure my audience would love that. So sometimes you don't have to come up with it on your own. Just look at what other people are doing, go to the explore page and see what is being recommended and replicate the template of that. So this would be a great one for me to do. What is your 2022 word? That's easy for me to just do on Canva. This is a cool format. I don't know what it says. Daily posts per platform. Cool. Instead of daily posts per platform, I could say posting schedule for Instagram, and then talk about stories, reels, and graphic carousels, right? So there's so many ways you can do your own twists to other people's structures. Like they made the structure for you. Here's a great structure. Replicate the structure on Canva using your colors and your fonts. So it could be plain with your fonts and your colors. Like I think we overcomplicate it a lot, and we think we have to start everything from scratch and do everything from scratch. But when you don't know where to start, that's intimidating. That's scary as heck. And it just doesn't go the way we want it to all the time, right? So start by replicating other people's content. Again, not copying, but just using their structures as inspiration and guides to your own stuff. Like you could use your word for 2022 and do your own little crossword thing. So don't overcomplicate it. Just draw inspiration wherever it takes you. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm super excited that you're in the Facebook group and that you're part of the course. I don't know why. I think I said this on Facebook too, but like you're a familiar face. I feel like I've seen you all over Instagram already. Maybe maybe we're DMing each other a lot. I don't know, but I'm just like, I feel like I already know you. So I'm really excited that you're in the Facebook group and that you're a student. Feel free to ask anything in the Facebook group. That is the end of the audit. I hope this was helpful for all of you. If this was helpful, comment down below your biggest takeaway from what you got from this specific audit. If you've made it this far and you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hug the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss when I post my next video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Follow your joy. Bye.